data might be wrong. Maybe dito ako tutulungan po ng iba. I know, because I was in that, GMA's time, there was a promise of a lot of investments. And what happened, we were offering lands left and right. During President Noynoy's time, it was the opposite. It became fighting over, and then it was marked by a landmark case. But when I was talking to CAPSEC, he said, why did this happen 20 years ago, 50 years ago? Why couldn't we get our act together faster? These are questions, and once this unfolds, his trip in Malaysia will produce tons of investment. His trip to Singapore, which was postponed, there's already a guarantee for investments. And at the rate things are going, plus or minus, which is going to be one of the surprises, I don't know what happens, sir. Sinanalo si Trump. I don't know if it would be opposite or not. All of these are saying one thing. We need to understand where he is coming from. And the second one that is most important, they need to hear from people like you in the panel, people like you, so that he can also address, is his strategy the final one? Because what I'm seeing so far, in the last 2 months, is very strong on what he wanted. Little by little is also moving towards what works, and not just the agendas, not just model statements.
Okay. So kailangan po daw natin sabihin sa kanila kung kasya yung kumot, masyadong kapal, masyadong manipis. The feedback is important for them to get it right. Okay, now, let's get another question. Please ask from another member of the panel because we want to be inclusive here, right? Sige po. Sino po ang tatanungin?
I would like to respectfully address my question to Professor Eileen Modiena.
Okay.
I am a retired police general Enrique Callen Jr., a member of the Philippine Council for Foreign Relations, and a member of its National Security Council, chaired by our handsome Secretary Raffy Alunan. Thank you. It has been discussed earlier that one of the important ingredients in pursuing and advancing our national interests, if not the most important thing, is leadership that can identify, consolidate, harmonize, and advance our national interests. But as it appears, especially from the table shown by Secretary Golez, we have been before the leading economy in Asia, now we are lagging behind. It therefore shows that we do not have the necessary leaders to advance our national interests. Does it mean that our system in producing our leaders is a failure? And if it is, are we not going to consider as our most important national interest to introduce measures to improve the system so that we can produce the necessary leaders to advance our national interest? Kailangan dito driver eh. Meron na tayong auto eh, kompleto na tayo lahat sa framework eh. But the driver I think is needed. Does it mean that our system of producing our leaders is a failure?
Okay, nice question.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Excellent question. Is the system a failure? We do have issues with leadership. And that's why when I talked about being clear about the political philosophy and the need for stronger political parties, kasama rin sa yung electoral reforming the electoral system. Because it does have a serious issue on the choice of leaders. We're not talking about individuals, but the credentials, the experience, necessary exposure, and so on. So, yeah, certainly I agree. I agree that there is a need to improve the systems for the selection of those who lead. That said, we have a very personalistic approach to politics. To be frank, I am not comfortable seeing the pictures of the president and quotations of the president as the definitive, articulation of interest and policy, because that has not helped us in the past. Leaders come and go. We need to strengthen the institutions. We need to strengthen the processes. So leaders are important, but it's not all about the leadership. But yes, I agree that certainly much can be done to improve, to make sure that we do the right choices.
Okay, that's a very nice answer. Let's go for institutions, something that transcend generations, not only specific personalities. Okay, can we choose a lady now? Any of the ladies? Yes, please.
Good afternoon. I'd like to ask, I am Congresswoman Maricar Zamora of the 1st District of Compostela Valley. I'd like to, member of RCP. I'd like to address my question to Sir Golez. Sir, we were together in the 15th Congress. And I hate to admit it, but I'd like to share that the only time that I have an interest with national interest is when I decided to join NDCP and join MNSP. So I'm on my 3rd term now, and the first 2 terms that I had, I have no clear grasp and appreciation on what national interest is all about. I do not know if other members in Congress share the same experience, but I would assume that not all of us really are interested when we say national security, national interest. And in fact, if we were, like in my personal experience, sir, when I was asked what committee would I like, membership of the Committee on Defense would be the least committee that I would choose. Because I believe at the time, it's not part of my advocacy. My question is, sir, being part of Congress, being there, having seen how it runs and how the members are doing our job, sir, what specific practical suggestions that you can give for members of Congress, each individual member of Congress, to appreciate national interest? While I understand there is a need to change the system, electoral system, and change the manner how we choose leaders, but I guess that will take time. And with the present national plan that we're doing, and with the challenge that we need to advocate this to the lower level, what practical tips can you give the members of Congress in order to help the administration in advancing the national interest?
Okay.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Well, the problem of a member of Congress is that that member has to address 2 things. Personal interest, which is to get re-elected, and to provide, of course, related to that is the ability to deliver services and projects into his or her district. That's very important. Of course, there's the element of national interest, but the national interest will come in depending on the discipline of the member. When I say discipline, ano bang area of interest niya? Abogado ba siya? Is he an economist? Pag ang orientation niya is local, then local interest niya. Pag abogado, then a lawyer would normally want to get involved in the crafting of laws, being a lawyer that are of national interest, of national coverage. Economy, that's also the same. So, depending on the discipline of the person, the background, the academic background, you would see them, those who are thinking of national interest, you would see them in Committee on Economic Affairs, Committee on Defense, Committee on Foreign Affairs. But those who are focusing on local interest, nandun sila sa Committee on Public Works dahil maraming project dun. Committee on Appropriation dahil maraming makukuha pork barrel dun. So, gano'n, no? So, you will see that there are 2 kinds of people who would always get elected and re-elected. Yun yung nakapokus sa local. They're always there, they're very visible, delivering the goods. But at the same time, there are also personalities who are able to attend to national issues while addressing local issues. May mga advocacy sila, national advocacy. I don't want to mention names, but there's a certain congressman, for example, from Albay, who would always stand up when a national issue is involved. Maingay yan sa Kongreso, maingay sa media, pero tuloy yung pagbigay niya ng serbisyo sa distrito niya. Kaya balik ng balik yan. Yeah. These are people who would, like you're already in your third term, you'll be on a sabbatical for one term. If people would remember all the things that you delivered to your district, then it would be easy for you to get re-elected when you go back for your fourth term. So, you know. So, but then again, I'd like to say that it's good to have balance. Sa ano kasi sa Kongreso, you can count about 20 members who are involved in national issues. Mga 20 lang yan out of 250 or 280. Ganun lang. All the rest are worrying about the district, how to get elected, how to help people, how to look for funds for health, yung mga napatayan, yung mga yan. So, I remember, ganito yun one of the legendary members of, speakers of the House, Tim O'Neill, when he was a congressman, tinanong niya yung Speaker of the House at that time, Sam Rayburn, Mr. Speaker, what is your advice to me, a congressman? Sabi niya, first, start your re-election campaign right now. Second, if somebody approaches you, make sure you give him something, whatever it is, you give him something, service or whatever. And third, of course, is to be always open. Maganda yung una, no? You might think that running for election is too political on day one. It's not. When you are running for election, you are a good congressman. A bad congressman is someone who thinks that the next election is still far away. Sabi niya, huwag mo na kasi kasuhin man, kapag mga election. So, yun ang ano. But maganda pa natin now that maybe siguro we can, I've had colleagues who attended the NDCP. Pagbalik nila, nagkaroon sila ng graphic transformation. Ibang outlook nila. They became more national in scope instead of local in character.
Okay, so that seems to be an endorsement for our legislators to attend NDCP. Okay, so we move on. Maybe we need a question for Secretary Mercado. And the rest for
Secretary Alunan.
Secretary Alunan.
This can be shared by Secretary
Okay.
Golez. Sir, I'm Colonel Alunan from the Office for Strategic Studies. I still believe that the Philippine-China relations remains to be an untested friendship or untested alliance, if I could say it. And the behavior of China in this disputed region, the Maritime Commons, will still have to be seen and observed. Will have to be crystallized in the next weeks to come or months to come. Now, after the visit of our president to China, bringing with him, of course, more than 24 billion of foreign direct investment and soft loans, China made a statement that it said that nothing has changed there. No concessions. Now, sir, I'm just thinking about after the pronouncement of our president that we're veering away from the United States. I'm just thinking about how our national interest to be best served. Should China come up with activities that are inimical to the decisions of the UN Arbitral Tribunal, such as another reclamation, another declaration of the reassertion of Lanka. Please comment on that.